Hey folks, JJD here. Quick beer review coming at you tonight to rant about another beer from their Cigar City Brewing in Tampa, Florida. This is their Caffè Americano double stout brewed with coffee, cacao nibs, and vanilla beans. So I love Cigar City. I've never had this beer on draft or bottle. Been looking forward to it. And without further ado, let's check it out. I think this beer weighs in at 10.6, 80 IBUs. It's not a barrel-aged beer, but it is brewed with, locally roasted espresso beans, vanilla beans, cacao nibs. So should have a pretty cool mixture of aromas and flavors, I'm guessing. So let's have a look here. So this beer, as I'm pouring it, is probably 50 degrees. Could benefit from being a little bit warmer, but I can't wait. So look at that thing, beautiful. Pitch black beer. The head poured quite dark. Looks a little bit lighter on this camera, and in the light here, it's almost like a dark milk chocolate color. Pretty thick, pretty dense. The beer looks beautiful. Looks exactly what I would expect for a double stout, imperial stout, and a good looking head, which is sticky, and it's got a lot of nice meniscus going on the sides of this snifter. So, wow, smells amazing. Smells like a barrel aged beer. I mean, I get bourbon. Keep having to check the label. I'm pretty sure it's not. But I get bourbon, you get molasses, get coffee, but more like almost like green coffee beans before they're roasted. That sort of fruity smell that you get from the beans before they've been roasted. Maybe a little bit of other fruit, almost like either prunes or plums. Like molasses, and a little bit of that bitter chocolate and vanilla. Smells really good. It doesn't smell as coffee forward as I would expect from the marketing and the name, but I'm sure the coffee is in there, and let's find out. Wow, yeah, that's great. I love a beer like this that's kind of so complex. First thing that hits me is that the mouthfeel is super sexy. It's super thick, super oily, kind of velvety. As you're just taking that first sip into your mouth, it's just kind of oozes in. So it's got a nice thick body, which is exactly what you're looking for. The flavor's great. You get kind of get up front, you get more like bitter chocolate. You get sort of roast espresso, but not that much to me, not as near as much as I was kind of keyed up for. Then the middle is more like a mellow milk chocolate type of creaminess. And then at the back, you get a little bitterness from sort of roasted barley, roast malts, and more like kind of a baker's chocolate type of bitterness. Relatively high IBUs for big beer, 80. I'm not getting much hop bitterness at all, but you do get the bitterness and the astringency at the back of the sip. It's really good though. It's got a ton of complexity, sort of separate flavors at the front of the sip, the middle, and then the back. And I love a beer that does that. And I'm sure if I leave this thing sitting out for 45 minutes, once I get done with this, I'm sure it's going to evolve quite a bit more. I honestly don't know the vintage of this bottle. I got it by a trade. Assuming it's 2016, but maybe it's 2015. I don't know if the coffee's faded at all. It's significantly less coffee forward than I would have guessed. It's there, but it's just not the dominant component. But man, it smells really good, and the flavor totally backs that up. With just a little bit of sweetness in that middle part, the kind of milk chocolate, Swiss Miss type of hot cocoa phase of the flavor. That's it's not cloying at all, but you get that sort of nice, really round, soft, mildly sweet middle of the palate, and then it just pinches off with hard, roast espresso, charred malts, and a little bit of sort of the hop charredness at the finish to finish us off. So, all in all, great beer. Caffè Americano double stout, brewed with coffee, cacao nibs, and vanilla beans. So I'm going to say appearance is perfect for style. It's 4.0, perfect color, nice kind of dark, thick head, good lacing of the glass. Nose is good. Again, I'll say 4.0. It's not as coffee forward as I would have guessed, but it smells really interesting. It smells really kind of delectable. Mouthfeel is perfect. One of the stronger things of the beer, really nice, thick, oily, coating, viscous mouthfeel, probably 4 or 5. Big stout like this, I hate to get a big stout like this with thin body. I want it to be kind of chewy and, enough to kind of swirl around. And then flavor, I'm going to say 4.25. I mean, it tastes delicious, really complex. My only complaint is I'm a sucker for the marketing. If it says, if it's called Caffè Americano, I mean, I want this thing to taste like roast espresso with a little bit of water added, So that's the only part that I'm dinging a little bit. So I say flavor 4.25. It probably fresh with big coffee, it'd be 4.5, but really delicious, really complex, just not as coffee forward as I would like. So all in all, I'm going to say 4.25 Craft Beer Nation TBR caps, 4.25 caps. Great beer, Cigar City, Caffè Americano double stout brewed with espresso, cacao nibs, and vanilla beans. That's it, folks. Drink as many beers as you can. Don't get in a rut. Try as many brewers, different styles as you can. Learn about beer. Teach your friends about beer. Drink what you like. Don't worry about the rest. By all means, stay positive. That's it. Peace out until the next review. Thank you for watching. Bye.